I know you've seen the ads. We can sell your house instantly, guaranteed. Companies like Opendoor, Offerpad, they offer a quick, easy, simple sale. But here's what the ads don't tell you. Not every house qualifies for an iBuyer. Stick with me. Today, I'm going to explain exactly why some houses get turned down and what to do if that happens to you. Let's get into it. First, a quick refresher. These are tech-driven companies that use an algorithm to pump out quick cash offers. Their promise is simple: no showings, no waiting, no uncertainty. Here's our offer, and we close fast. But here's the catch. iBuyers are choosy. They are not in the business of rehabbing or making major repairs. They want houses that are fairly clean, relatively new, and updated, something that's easy for them to turn around. If you've got major repairs or a quirky floor plan, if you've got either of those two things, there's a good chance that iBuyer will pass. I had a homeowner reach out to me recently through my website. He needed to sell, and what he told me is he needed to sell fast. Of course, I headed over there. The minute I arrived, I knew, this was going to be a big job. I mean, there had to be 30 trees, all of them with branches hanging over the roof. The driveway was all busted up. The siding was rotting and falling off. Back deck rotten, front porch rotten. But the good news is the inside wasn't that bad. It was just cosmetic things that needed to be done there. But for me, none of that's a big deal. I can handle all of that. So I made him an offer, and wouldn't you know, an iBuyer had just come the day before, and their offer, of course, was higher than mine. He went with the iBuyer. I went on my way. I didn't think another thing of it. Literally 2 weeks later, one of my favorite wholesalers called me up saying, "Hey, Stephanie, I got this amazing house for you. It's right up your alley." It's the same house. That's when I knew that iBuyer backed out as soon as they saw the condition. Okay, let's say an iBuyer took a look at your house and they said, "No, this is not a dead end. It just means you gotta shift your plan a little bit." When your house doesn't fit the iBuyer box, you really have 3 options ahead of you. First, you list it on the market. Perhaps you sell it as is, or maybe you do a little repairs. It really depends on your situation. 2, you sell the house to a local investor, somebody that is used to taking on houses like yours. And 3, making all of the necessary repairs, putting it on the market, and aiming for that top dollar. Those are the roads that are available to you. Now, which one you should take really depends on what fits your life best. Let's start with option 1, putting your house on the market. Now, I really want to be clear here. Putting your house on the market with a traditional listing does not mean that you have to do HGTV level renovations. You can put it on the market as is. People do it all the time. The upside of this option is you get full market exposure. Even houses that need a little bit of repair, they can do very well on MLS. But the downside is it's going to take time, and you're going to have to deal with showings, you're going to have to deal with inspections and appraisals. If you've got the time and the desire, this option, it can do well for you and put quite a bit of money right in your pockets. If you're yelling at the screen right now saying, I don't have time for all of that. I need this house gone, and I need it gone now. Then option 2 is for you, selling to a local investor. Local investors buy houses in rough condition every day. They're used to old roofs, old kitchens, bad floor plans. The upside here is simplicity. There's no repairs, no cleaning, no yard work. Sometimes you don't even have to take all of your stuff. Will you make every penny that you would have if you had put it on the market? Probably not. But I have spoken to many homeowners who have told me that trade-off is well worth it. And finally, option 3, making all of the repairs and all of the necessary renovations to put the house on the market and get that top dollar. While this is absolutely the option that's going to give you the highest return, it is not for the faint of heart. If you don't do this for a living, it is really easy to overspend and focus on things that buyers aren't even really interested in. If you decide to go this route, I highly recommend hiring a competent professional GC. Let them drive the ship. And I'd also bring in a local real estate agent. Let them walk the house and tell you what renovations you need to do to attract today's buyer. So those are your 3 forks in the road. You can list the house as is, you can sell it to a local investor for speed, or you can take on that full renovation to get top dollar. But here's the thing, none of these options are wrong. It just depends on your timeline, your budget, and the level of energy you have to devote to this project. I hope this video has been helpful and is giving you the information that you need to move on if an iBuyer has turned you down. If you need a little extra help, don't worry, I got you. Just click the Work With Me link. It is in the description below. Or if you just have a question, click the Ask Me Anything button. That's in the description as well. Okay, I'm done. I'll see you in the next video.